Next up, let's talk about Amazon's policy updates. Amazon's policy updates. All right. So, there's been some new stuff happening, all right? Some pretty crazy new stuff happening. Last Tuesday, Amazon changed all of their policies regarding the communications that we're allowed to do as sellers with our customers. Well, they're not really our customers as much as we like to think they are. They're really Amazon's customers that Amazon just lets us sell shit to them. Anyway, so here's the big changes. The big headline change is that you can now use software to contact your customers automatically. So they stopped us doing that. I used to use a piece of software called Kibli, and they basically stopped that. And the only way that you could contact people was through that request a review button in Seller Central. That's now changed, and now what they're saying is you can now contact your customers again, but with caveats. So they've done some things which are really, really cool, and they've done some things which are really bloody irritating. So let me kind of talk you through them. And what I've also done for you as well is I've put together a complete resource for you, so that you know exactly what's going on. So I'm going to give you the resource. So if you don't know already how to get to this area, the resources section, it's actually under the in the training area, vip.rawlocal.com.au. It's in there under the training modules. You'll see it's the stuff you do before module 1, and the link is all under there. However, let me just give you the link. Anyway, now if you are watching this on the send to all. If you're watching this on the replay, then that's all you need to do. Just do exactly what I just told you to do. Go in via the members area. You'll find it in there. It's in the resources in there, okay? So I've laid out the whole thing for you, so you've got it all. Because there is a lot to it, and I've also included some FAQs and stuff like that, okay? So that's all there for you. But here's the headlines. So the bottom line is you can ask for reviews again. Now, it's always been the case that you could ask for a review, but Amazon stopped how we were able to do that. They didn't let us do it directly by messaging the customer. We had to go through that request a review area. But now we can go back and ask for a review. So how the hell do you do that? I'm going to suggest, if you've never been along to the Marketplace App Store, which is here, you want to get along to here. It's got some really good stuff in here, and just come down to feedback and reviews. Just here, look, feedback and reviews. Click into that, and then all of these softwares will do that for you. Seller Labs is very, very good. What else is also good in here? Sellix is also very good, but I've used both of those. Notice that Kibli isn't here, which kind of sucks, but that's why maybe they stopped us using that. So those two, Seller Labs, very, very good. Sellix, also very, very good. Okay, so if I was going to suggest anything to you, it would be those two things. I haven't used Feedback 5, haven't used Sage Mailer for that, but I have used the other two. Anyway, so you'll get those, get yourself set up, and then you can use them to automate the requesting of reviews. So there's that. Now, as always, there's been some terms and conditions that have been updated, but essentially, it's things like it's weird things like any links have to be secure links. So they have to be that HTTPS link. You can't put GIFs in your messages anymore. You can't use emojis in your subject line anymore. You can't include any email address or telephone numbers anymore. So there's loads and loads of little things like that, but I've outlined absolutely everything for you in here so you'll know exactly what you can and can't do. It's a really, really good update. As far as our ability to request reviews, they've stopped us doing some things which I thought were bloody awesome, like the GIFs and the emojis. But other than that, it's actually really, really a good update because it allows us to re-communicate with our customers, to ask for reviews and also to communicate essential information. So if you're giving away an ebook, for instance, you can now send that ebook again. So that stopped, which was, of course, very, very difficult then to get them to get the ebook, but you can now do that again. So things like that has come on really, really well. It's a good one. I know the emoji one sucks. I was using that heaps. Oh, Dave King says, and the language, this is a new one. Thanks for that, Dave. The language, this is a very, very big one. I sell in multiple different markets throughout Europe. And previously, you could just keep your messaging in English and it would kind of auto-translate that for you when it got to the customer, all right? But that's actually changed now. So any communication that you do now with your customer has to be in their, what Amazon calls preferred language. So if you are communicating in Germany or France or Italy or whatever it may be, you've got to communicate in their language to them. Now, I suspect as well that that will also imply that your product details pages, and this is not the case yet, however, this is what I think will happen. So your product details pages, for a long, long time, you could just put your product details page up in your own native language, so English, so your images could all be in English, but you could sell things in Germany with the full knowledge that most Germans can speak English, and therefore you were going to be okay. I believe they will stop that, and I believe now instead you've got to get everything translated, which again is really, really good. You ought to do that anyway, but that was a little loophole that we could use to test products without going to the expense of getting everything redone. So there you go. All right, any questions on that? I think I've kind of also covered it all off for you, but if there's any questions, go for it. Dave says, can also send incentives. Yeah, that's a grey area. I didn't really mention that because it is a massive grey area. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that because it is black hat and it's kind of at this level. This is something that I would talk about in my inner circle, but not at this, not with a kind of like broad group like this, because it's black hat for sure. Yeah, I love your thinking though, Dave. I love your thinking. Hey, Neil here. Just before you go away, that was a question that I got asked on my regular Monday night Q&A session, which I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in joining us as an Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, then you can click on the link below to find out a lot more about that. And also, as a special thank you for watching this video, I've got a great book that I want to give you for free. It's a current bestseller on Amazon, and it teaches you everything that you would need to know about starting a business here in Australia on Amazon. So you can see that just up there. So if you'd like to get a copy of that for free, then again, just click on the link below and you'll get a copy of that. You'll get taken to a page where you can get a copy of that for absolutely free. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet from one of my Aussie Online Entrepreneur Q&A sessions, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also like this video. And if you've got a question that you would like answering, then post it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it, whether on one of these videos for you or directly in the comments directly below. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the next of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Amazon FBA Australia videos. See you soon.